Going now to Washington, where the vice president is getting the shot, along with his wife, Karen Pence, and U.S. Surgeon General Dr. Jerome Adams. The White House arranged this public vaccination as a way to reassure people who are skeptical about getting the vaccine themselves. Let's listen in.
Great job. Great job.
So before you guys leave today, you'll be getting a shot record proving that you received the vaccine from us today. And this vaccine is a 2-dose series, so that means you'll need to come back in 21 days for the second one. Again, with any vaccine, you could have a pretty sore arm at the injection site, maybe some redness. But if anything else happens, make sure to contact a medical provider or go seek medical care. Okay?
Great. Thank you.
Thank you.
Well, good morning, and thank you all for being here. I want to thank my wonderful wife, our Second Lady, Karen Pence, the Surgeon General, and Dr. Tony Fauci, and members of the White House Coronavirus Task Force who are joining us here today. I especially want to thank the fine medical team at Walter Reed Hospital that administered our vaccine today. I didn't feel a thing. Well done, and we appreciate your service to the country. You know, as the Christmas holiday approaches, this is always a season of hope. We gather here today at the end of a historic week to affirm to the American people that hope is on the way. And Karen and I were more than happy to step forward before this week was out to take the safe and effective coronavirus vaccine that we have secured and produced for the American people. It's a truly inspiring day. As the people of this country witnessed this past week under Operation Warp Speed, the first coronavirus vaccine is literally being administered in states across the country to millions of Americans. And make no mistake about it, it's a medical miracle. The average vaccine, I'm told by our experts, usually takes between 8 and 12 years to develop and then manufacture and distribute. But we're on track here in the United States to administer millions of doses to the American people in less than 1 year. It is a miracle indeed. And I also believe that history will record that this week was the beginning of the end of the coronavirus pandemic. But with cases rising across the country, with hospitalizations rising across the country,
Vice President Mike Pence, after taking the Pfizer coronavirus vaccine, he said he didn't feel a thing. We heard joined by Ben Tracy at the White House. Ben, good morning. A very public display here by the Vice President. The big signs behind him say safe and effective, trying to rally the country to get this vaccine going.
Yeah, exactly, Anthony. This is not just a photo op. This really is a concerted effort by the White House to try to instill confidence in this vaccine because they know there is this significant anti-vaxxer movement in this country and that some of those people are supporters of the Trump administration. So they're trying to give this message that the vaccine is safe and effective. They want people to take this vaccine when it is their turn to do so. And the reason for that is that we need about 70% of people in this country to be vaccinated, either by getting the shot or by already having coronavirus, to reach what they call herd immunity so we can get back to some semblance of normal life. So that is the message from the White House this morning after a lot of mixed messages from this administration about coronavirus over the last year. And even from the vice president himself, keep in mind, just about 6 months ago, he wrote an op-ed saying there's no second wave of coronavirus. And we've seen in recent days him hosting a holiday party with people with no masks on. So this is an effort, at least today, to say do as we do and do as we say.
Yeah.
Well, Ben, the signage, as Anthony pointed out, behind the vice president there says safe and effective, and the science supports that. So the follow-up question has to be, when might we see the president himself take this vaccine, particularly because a lot of people believe what he has to say, and he has flirted with anti-vax positions in the past, so it could be very important to see him come forward and take this on camera.
Yeah, and we've been asking the White House about that all week, and they've really dodged the question. The president himself tweeted out saying that he looks forward to taking the vaccine at the appropriate time, but that he's not currently scheduled to do so. Of course, he is the president of the United States, so anytime he wants to get the vaccine now, he could actually get the vaccine. The White House also is saying that, keep in mind, the president did have coronavirus, that he was given one of those antibody treatments, so they say that he is protected. But to your point, it would be a good message for the country, a good message for a lot of the president's supporters if they saw him doing this as well.
Yeah, would be hugely symbolic, Ben. Thank you very much.
But, Anthony, could I just ask you and Tony, have you ever had a needle and you didn't feel a thing?
Yeah, actually, I have.
I never have.
Yeah, it does happen occasionally.
They have something called a shot blocker.
Yeah,
I've never had that. And then the guy who was giving the vice president his needle, his hand seemed to be waving.
Well, he's on television.
Yeah.
Well, I'd be very nervous.
It's nerve-wracking.
I want someone whose hand isn't shaking. Just saying.
Okay.
I'm already nervous.
It works both ways.
I'm going to do it, but I'm already nervous.
It's going to be okay.
Still safe, still effective.
Okay, I'm just taking it all in.
All right.
Yeah.